All new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now, accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.
FBI, open up!
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today, oh boy, we got a lot to talk about. There's a whole lot of weird shit going on, and we're going to talk about it. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Thank you. Please. Remember, this show is for entertainment purposes only. I don't wish harm on any of these people. This is strictly satire. I have nothing personal against any of these people. I just think it's a pretty funny comedy show, and we're going to bring it to you guys. So, let me give a couple shout outs before we get started. Hey, Salvatore, how you doing? Thanks for joining me today. If you guys haven't seen, shout out to Sonny. He's taking care of himself, so shout out to him. You know, he's dealing with a lot. And I'm thankful that he takes the time to come on the show and spend time with us. Hey, Lindsay, how are you? Thanks for joining me today. We got a funny one for you guys. Boy, oh boy, is it funny. So, if people don't know, Lips Barillo went to No Jumper. Congratulations for that. Big step in your career. It is Pride Month, so shout out to you for coming out of the closet. Very odd. Look at this. You forgot the rest of the suit, Gene. Where's the rest of the suit? I mean, it's supposed to be a 3-piece suit. Where'd the rest go? You thought you were going to go on there and be a tough guy and look like a big tough guy when this is what you really look like. No, in all seriousness. No, now I'm being serious now, okay? Let's be for real, okay? So Gene goes up there and he's telling Adam 22 that he has 2 bodies. Now Gene's a killer, right? So he's up there with Areola talking about murders and hits and this and that. Oh, let's check it out.
Up. Like, I remember in 2004, I was dying to kill someone. I'm trying to get straightened out, right? So I'm like, yo, I want the next murder. They're like, oh, no, they gave it to another dude. I'm furious. Now think how sick this sounds.
He wants the next murder because he's a vicious killer in the mafia, right? He was never getting straightened out. This is absolutely bonkers. Oh yeah. The new MC stuff is on the way. I'm editing it now, and it's someone who is very influential on the East Coast. Never has done an interview, and it's pretty damn good. So you guys are gonna really enjoy that. And I got another little clip of something else to show you in a little bit. Mickey Griggs, how are you? Shout out to you, man. The creator of MobTube. Salvatore. Gene slowly opens a Vaseline jar, tunes in to Chattin with Staxx show, and screams, I am really a tough guy. He looks like a tough guy with that leather vest on. I mean, was that his angle? He's gonna go there and be a tough guy with the leather vest. Was that it? Wow.
I'll get out because I didn't get the murder. Me and my partner Bobby were trying to kill this dude in the Bronx for something, and they.
Is there an A at the end of murder? I didn't get the murder. I didn't get the murder. What the fuck? Oh my.
They gave it to somebody else because we wanted to get strained out young. So we wanted the body so bad. And that's how it goes, because it sounds crazy to the regular people, but in our world.
To the regular people, let me reiterate. You were not in the mafia, Gene Barillo. And if you were in the mafia, then I was the boss, okay? Because if they let someone like you in the mob, what the fuck? Like, you can't make this shit up. And then you got these three, right? The three blind rats. They don't know what the fuck is going on. These guys are out of control. All of them.
You know, it's
and
normal.
We're killing each other.
Right. We're killing each other, not civilians.
You know,
we're killing each other, not civilians. Oh, is that what Jimmy Calandra and his crew, right? She was in the mob, right? The girl they killed? Yeah. You don't kill civilians, huh, Anthony Areola? You did kill a civilian. The guy up there, Westerman, right? He wasn't in the mob. So, and you never killed anyone, Gene. So stop it.
I killed people. If I end up dead, who's really gonna, care about that? Because he's gonna say, well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And so, we live by that. Now, an innocent person, 100%. If you're driving down the street,
you're a
God
scumbag.
forbid you run over a.
Oh, you're a scumbag. Yeah, you're a scumbag. You kill them, you're a scumbag. Gene, come on, Gene. You don't want it, man. You really don't want it, because you ain't killing nothing. You ain't killing nothing, letting nothing die, Gene. You know damn well you ain't no damn killer. 100%. You ain't no damn killer. Never were. So for you to be on this podcast acting like you're some big killer, here you go, killer. I got something for you, Gene.
To the door.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
I don't want to talk in my hallway. Just leave.
What?
You can talk to them.
Talking about what?
Get out of my hallway.
Talking about what? You're a dirty whore. That's what you are. Look, tell everybody how you fucked 100 guys. Tell everybody that on YouTube. Tell everybody that. Tell everybody you fucked your neighbor. Matter of fact, let me go talk to Andrew. Matter of fact.
All right, well, the police are on the way, so go
I'm
ahead.
joking with you. Dad, have a
Big mafia killer right there, huh?
Little kid by accident, you can't live with that. Shooting somebody in the car and you shoot their mother by accident or a little kid by accident, that's hard to live with. But we're killing each other. They had me shoot a guy in New York. Like I said, I didn't know, but he was part of that life.
Hey, Kev, how you doing?
So you don't really feel
Nah, no Sonny today. He's relaxing, trying to recuperate. He's dealing with a bunch of health issues. So shout out to Sonny. Jimbo Slice, how you doing? He pushed the door in. Hey, it is Pride Month, so you got to give him that, right? It is Pride Month. This guy, I'm just blown away. When I seen this, I couldn't stop laughing.
like that remorse or anything, because that's that life we're living. We get told that we got contracts on us, that people are looking to come kill us. We got enemies in that life.
Right.
People are trying to kill us, and we go out trying to kill. They got people.
I like how, you know what I like? I like how they talk in the present tense, like they're still in the mob. They're not talking about when we were in that life. They're talking about we're in that life. No, you're not. You guys ain't in the mob. You guys cooperated. Talk about that. Go up there and talk about how you ratted on Freddie Diaz. Gene, talk about how you ratted on Vinny Asaro to get out of trouble. How you couldn't do the time. Why don't you guys talk about the truth?
Trying to kill us, and it's like whoever can be a better.
And you know what's also fucked up,
longer.
Adam, and it's what's crazy that what we're taught is element of surprise. So like when your time is up, you know who's killing you, right?
Yeah,
your best friend.
thing.
They sent me to shoot my closest friend. My first shooting was my friend. My first shooting was my friend. I shot him in broad daylight in front of his girlfriend. That was my first shooting.
Why'd you do it in such a public environment?
Because that's all, I was told to get him on site. He did something so a violation. He robbed my boss's main earner, tied up his whole family, tied up the wife, everything. One of the robbers slapped the wife on the ass. So it was.
Wait, didn't you do that to people too, Gene? So that's the ultimate violation. So how come they didn't do nothing to you? Oh, because you were the top guy, right? Let me ask you, did you have that vest when you were shooting these guys? Did you wear the vest? Wow.
Bad. So I was told, shoot on sight. And I'm his friend, so I lured him to me.
Yeah.
Think about your friend luring you to, and then popping him.
And that's the bad thing when you set up your friend to get killed, no matter what part of it is. If I tell him to come meet me and someone else, you blow his brains out from behind, it's still, I'm part of that.
Right.
And my friend, I had to plead guilty to a conspiracy to murder, but he didn't actually get killed. I grew up with him, childhood friend. They put a false label on, said he was an informant. The faction that put the informant on, it was.
Well, you are informants, both of you guys. So why don't you talk about that? That's why I'm confused. You go up there and talk about how you guys are these big mob guys and all this shit. Talk about how you cooperated. Don't talk about other guys. They put a label on them and we had to go whack them. Yeah, you whacked them, all right.
Was a boss in our area, Baba Shabeli and his crew with them. They were the informants. They labeled him as the informant. We got a word because we take orders from New York City when it comes to killing.
Right.
When it comes to killing, we take the order. Or if there's an internal beef, we take orders from New York City. But other than that, everything is ours. No money goes down there. No money was getting sent. Tribute was getting sent with all kinds of expensive liquors, all kinds of cigars, 50,000 at the end at Christmas time. Al Bruno was the boss of Western Mass. I pled guilty to murdering him. He was our boss.
And you were the fake boss. After you allegedly killed Al Bruno, you became the fake boss, the rat boss. Now you want to take credit for we're the guy up there in Springfield. Was that your enforcer, Gino, here? Wow. Fucking wow.
He used to fill up a van and send 50,000 at Christmas time, all kinds of but no money. So we took orders when it came to murder.
He did. You didn't.
At the extreme, just like all New York families, they got to get an okay when it comes when they're going to take somebody out from the bosses over there. Same thing with us. We got to get the okay from the bosses.
See how gangs just run around shooting each other?
Yeah.
We can't do that. So I can't just run around killing people because guess what?
What's this we shit, Gene, you speak of? What's this we shit? Because number one, you guys are not in the mob. Number two, you were never in the mob. So for this guy to even talk about any of this shit like that, it's just mind-boggling. I don't get it. When we get orders and this and that, you weren't in the mob, Gene.
I'm putting all my people at risk. And not only that, wow, this kid's committing murders. Get rid of him. He's a fucking, you know, when you have to check in with everything. You can't just run around just, you know what I'm saying?
But once there's an order, you can just do it in broad daylight.
Listen to me. Once there's an order, you're done. Like you're getting it. Don't get taken away.
And
you know what I'm saying?
If you kill and you didn't have that order back in the day, you're gonna get killed.
And if you botched it, you got killed.
Yeah. So if if you
Wait. If you botch it, you get killed. Didn't you botch your only hit that you allegedly went on? Didn't you do that, Gene? Eugene, come on. I remember you telling a story where you botched a hit. So how come they didn't kill you? Just curious. Like, really? I don't, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Oh, you were too powerful in the family, huh?
If you get told to go on a hit, we had a couple of guys that were supposed to get made in Western Mass. They were going to get made with me. They were supposed to come with me on that hit in New York City, and they didn't come. And they got told by the boss to participate in that murder.
And they just didn't show up?
Didn't show up. One guy ran away, said, take me off the list. That's a death sentence right there, right? Said, take me off the list.
Oh my God, you can't.
The other guy was gonna come, but
there was so much
confusion, and that's way too long of a stories. But so much confusion on what was going on. Who's the boss? There's a new boss in New York. Who's listening? This guy's getting taken down. We're gonna kill him. So much so he didn't come. So I ended up bringing a couple other guys, and that's who participated in the shooting in New York City.
Okay, I have a question.
No, the guys you ratted on,
probably be a theme throughout this interview, which is that me kind of contrasting and comparing how you guys did things versus how a lot of the rappers that I've spoken to and stuff do things. But there's like a tradition or like a way of doing things that I always find like extremely disturbing when it comes to like street gangs and everything, which is basically like, if you kill one of my guys are going to the neighborhood that you're from and they're going to kill random people. And a lot.
All right, listen. So now Eugene here, you know, the mafia boss here, he's going to go on and he's going to talk about how he's a gang expert. He's a gang expert and he was in the mob. You can't make this shit up, man. He's an expert on O Block and gangs, right? And he was in the mob at the same time.
A lot of times, those people are not involved in any way. Is that completely off limits in your world?
Completely off limits. Let me explain something to you.
And that seems like a good thing.
Right. A very good thing.
Woman, children.
You can be a huge rat against organized crime, and your mother can still walk the streets, and your family. They never take it out against.
Oh, like your mom walks the streets, you mean, right? Right, Gino? Is that what you mean?
To the door.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in. I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
In this Airbnb, right?
Yes, I pushed the door.
And whose card is on file here?
Yours. But I'm gonna fix it.
Yours. Yours is. Because I don't got a card. I used yours.
It's the family. It's always just you.
Yeah.
They can never kill innocents. That's a complete no-no.
I can appreciate that. That's principle.
That's how it's supposed to be. Cartels, I don't respect that. I'm not shooting no kid. I'm not shooting no girl.
Oh yeah,
I'm not raping no kid.
Also, we want the body to disappear. Every murder that we go on, like a lot of gangs, it's drive-bys, it's shooting at them. If our ultimate goal is to kill that person and have that body disappear, where there's no crime scene, there's no body.
But so that.
All right, wait, because I'm confused now. Because Eugene here just said he shot the guy in broad daylight, wanted to drop him right in the street. Send a message. So what is it? Get away with it or send a message? I'm just curious. You're confusing the people.
That's infinitely more complex. And that's the kind of thing that would have been way easier to pull off in the 70s and 80s before there was surveillance.
And I was doing that in the modern day, so think about it.
What? It's not, when you say complex, it's the easiest thing in the world because mafia has rules. So we call you to come in. Now, if you don't come in, you're dead. So that's number one. So now you're rolling the dice. Why do they want me to come in? Could be a simple thing like maybe they're going to straighten you out. They're going to make you, but you still got to come in. How easy is that when you lure somebody in and you can't bring guns at meetings? That's another no-no. You can't bring your crew. You know, you can't. You got to come when they come. Sometimes.
Yeah, listen to this. I got someone who's coming on the show. I believe they're in the chat too, and he never went to sit downs. Shout out to you, man. You know who you are. He'll come on the show and explain it. He didn't go to sit downs. He didn't respect all of them. But Eugene here, he was the boss in his area. Areola was the boss in his areola.
Up. They tell you you're going somewhere, they pick you up on a street, then they drive you somewhere else, drop you off, someone else picks you up, drives you there. You're in like 3-4 different cars before you finally end up at the meeting. Nobody knows where you are. And back, then it's not like technology today. The phones, they know where we all are. They got cameras everywhere. You ain't getting away with that today. But if they call you in, it's the easiest thing to kill them. And now getting rid of the body, that's another easy thing. I mean, you got a whole dog or a lot of sickos, they chop them up. And so
it's easier than I would assume.
It's easier, yeah, exactly. Because of the rules that we have, we tell you you got to come in when the boss calls.
Gene goes, yeah, it's easier, yeah. You never killed anyone, Gene. So what are you watched movies? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't get it. How do you know anything?
Like this, Adam, look, right now, you're sitting there. We call for you. That he's right there going to pretend to go get coffee and shoot in the back of your head. That's how they do it. Yeah. And then we're going to go put you somewhere and
we call for
somewhere.
you.
Right.
Yeah. And no one knows where you are. Nobody knows where you are.
And if you have a remote enough hiding spot, nobody's going to catch you digging the hole, and nobody's going to go sniffing
for for a week, probably with a fucking plywood. All right, your murder been played over 25 times already before you got there.
Because like just me being a guy, occasionally I'll like start to have that thought process of like, well, if you were going to kill somebody, how the fuck would you get rid of the body? And it's like it's kind of like a fun thought experiment,
right? Yeah.
But it's also very difficult to like really arrive at like what the foolproof plan version of it would be.
Why they hate the Italians? Because we're so organized. Like you said, you got to come in. The bodies are never left in the street usually. So it's hard to solve these murders.
What murders? You mean the ones that were never committed? Yeah, they're hard to solve those ones. Very hard. Very hard to solve murders that were never committed, Eugene. And what are you talking about Italians? You're fucking American Indian. You were never getting made. You weren't in the mob. We verified and fact-checked. Gene is a joke. That's what Pink Panther says. We went over all this. Listen, Gene was not in the mob. No way, no how. And it's just funny. He's got Areola sitting next to him, tapping him like this. Tapping him like, yeah, right? Yeah, right? You can't make this up.
The guy went missing. Yeah. There's no blood. There's no evidence. There's no nothing. He's just gone.
Whereas, like, when I talk about like Chicago street gang
that's when they'll get caught.
There's no nothing. It never happened.
Pretty much. With choppers and the cameras.
They run up, they shoot him, or they drive by.
If you go back to like the 20s,
but there's no technology.
No, but what I'm saying is, if you go back to the 20s, the way everything was back then, before organized crime got organized, they were killing everybody the same way back then. Drive-by shootings.
Right. They stopped
over alcohol, prohibition and all that. It wasn't drugs, but they were still doing the same, exact things.
The Al Capone era.
But they evolved.
Stopped all that.
They evolved, but these guys ain't going to have the chance to evolve.
Wait, because I'm confused again. Wait. They stopped all that. James keeps saying they stopped all that. You just said that you went out and shot this guy in broad daylight in front of everybody. And now you're saying they stopped all that. You see what I'm saying? He tries to go with the tides. This guy doesn't know what the fuck. Look at what he's wearing. This is the telltale sign. He was not in the mob. Not at all.
The reason the mafia became what it was like you said, the technology, it didn't exist. So they didn't have time to, they had like a 100-year run before these technology came out where they can listen to everything.
That's right.
And focus and, have, the phones. Now, the phones never existed till the late 90s, and the smartphones didn't exist. One of the guys in our family, Buster Ardito, he was the first guy ever where you could have your cell phone shut off and they could turn it on and listen to all your conversations.
Really?
He was the first guy ever that they did that to. I don't know if it was the first mob guy, but he was the first guy that it came out in a federal court that he was leaving it because he used to on his phones and just for addresses, and he would leave it there, and then he would shut it off. That he was.
Did you see?
And they could turn.
He goes like this. He goes. Watches. Why, did you have one in there, Gene? When you cooperated? Did you have a listening device in your watch? Curious.
It on and listen to all your conversations.
Really?
He was the first guy ever that they did that to. I don't know if it was the first mob guy, but he was the first guy that it came out in a federal court that he was leaving it because he used to bring his phones and just for addresses, and he would leave it there. And then, he would shut it off. And then he would talk business at wherever, the cafe or the restaurant and everything. And they had the whole thing wired up. So they didn't have that all back then. So the gangs today, they're killing everybody, shooting everybody. They're getting all the way around. They're getting the RICOs. So
all right, so listen. Pink Panther says, according to him, saying he robbed Ali Shades, a skipper, when Gene was only 20 years old. Yeah, like he would be box ever made or proposed. Definitely never happened. So these guys to go on podcasts and spew all this bullshit, it's comical. I think it is hilarious. And some people buy this bullshit. No one should listen to these cooperators at all. They're not credible. They're losers.
Getting those 40, 50-year sentences. They got the technology on them, so which the mob didn't have back in the day. So they're not going to have that start, whereas the mob did. So they ain't going to go nowhere at the end. If they get too big, they're going to get 100 years in prison, right? And so they don't have that, they don't have what the mob had as that head start to create that, because the mob doesn't have that no more.
Right.
The mob isn't the mob
Maureen,
no more.
How
Like it was, because of this technology, the RICO laws.
Because that's one thing that I've heard a few different people who come from like a street gang background is basically like the idea of dudes having 8, 10 plus bodies is mostly like a fantasy these days, because there's so many different ways to catch somebody, and more importantly, there's just so many people willing to talk.
Well, you're killing for a reason with organized crime. We're not gonna just go, it's for a reason. You broke a rule. You did something. You have to die. Sometimes you might do something, throw them a beating. We're not gonna just go and kill you over nothing. You know what I'm saying? The gangs do that. You know what I mean? Literally drive by, they're doing, ridiculous things. I just came out of MDC Brooklyn. I'm with all the gangs. They're getting a shitload of time now. With the federal, you understand you don't have to hit the person. You can just shoot at them and get 20 years.
Right.
You're doing it for the organization to up your position. They'll fucking roof you. So their laws are so different than the state. You understand? So when you go federal with these RICO cases, get caught with a gun, protecting the drugs, 15 years, you know what I mean? It's insane. So they're crushing the gangs right now. They're getting crushed by RICO.
Wow.
Crushed.
Yeah. So,
I was with Casanova. He got 15 years.
Right.
15 years for a leg shot.
But to be fair,
for a leg shot, I did that. I got 3 to 6 in the state.
He was doing some shit that I'm assuming.
What about the murders, Gene? What about the murder? What about the murders you committed? Oh, yeah. You know what murder he says he committed? The one in prison where the guy overdosed. He says that's one of his bodies he caught. So listen, he says he caught 2 bodies in prison. So, I mean, if that's true, he might be brought up on charges. You think they're just going to let that go? And you didn't kill nobody. You're trying to take credibility for something you didn't do. Very odd.
very few mafia dudes would ever do, which is that when they went into his phone and they had full access to his Instagram DMs, he was basically like telling dudes where to go stand to sell drugs and shit, right?
MDC has 2,000 cell phones, and they just did a raid. There was 2,000 cell phones in the jail.
Right.
They were getting hits from the 4th floor to the 5th floor. They were sending messages to stab somebody.
Right.
That's how f***ed up it is right now.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting RICO charges off cell phones right now.
But I'm talking about when Casanova was on the outside.
Yes.
That stood out to me when I heard about that. It's like, you've already been in, you've already done all this time. How could you have not learned your lesson about using Instagram? Like, there's all kinds of like encrypted apps that would at least give you a fighting chance of not getting caught. Doing it on Instagram's crazy.
I was just fed you up too.
Right.
He got 6 years for a phone call.
Right.
Didn't even do nothing. That's like you asking for money. Say, yo, I need help. Okay, I give you 20,000. He bought fentanyl with it. You're in the conspiracy now.
Really?
He don't do nothing.
Yeah.
I'm poor guys doing him every day. Got 6 years for nothing. Just giving his friend money.
But so there wasn't any reason for.
Just like you didn't do nothing, right? You didn't do nothing. You just kicked the door in. You didn't do nothing.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
In this Airbnb, right?
Yes, I pushed the door.
And
I'm
whose
gonna
card
get it
is on
fixed.
file here?
Yours. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix the door for you.
So if I get charged for this,
You're not being charged.
I'm gonna fix the door for you. Are you guys ready for this one? Check this out.
He jumped on the floor. He ended up killing a cop. He ended up killing a 22-year veteran 6 months later.
Wait, so how many bodies you got?
I got 2.
Oh, 2?
Yes. Well, jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
That both happened
Yes.
while you were in there?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes. Well, one was an accident.
What kind of accident?
All right, so we fought for 10 minutes. He died of a heart attack.
Are you serious? Wow, that's a weird
He was on synthetic heroin.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he dropped dead of a heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine if they charged you.
Yeah. All right.
Did they think about it?
No, he's on synthetic heroin.
They couldn't really.
He fought, but he just called me into the cell. It's known since public.
So Anthony Areola says, imagine if they charge you. There's no statute of limitations on murder, you idiot. So go ahead, admit away. You just admitted that you were the reason that guy died. But you said he overdosed. So what is it? Did you kill him or did he overdose? Lying informant Gene Barillo says he has 2 bodies. Let's hear that again.
Got him. He jumped on the floor. He ended up killing a cop. He ended up killing a 22-year veteran 6 months later.
Wait, so how many bodies you got?
I got 2.
Oh, 2?
Yes. Well, jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
That both happened
Yes.
while you were in there?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes. Well, one was an accident.
What kind of accident?
All right, so we fought for 10 minutes. He died of a heart attack.
Are you serious? Wow, that's a weird
He was on synthetic heroin.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he dropped dead of
It's a weird one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine if they charged you.
Yeah. All right.
Did they think about it?
No, he's on synthetic heroin.
They couldn't really.
He fought, but he just called me into the cell. It's known since public. I talked about it before.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So think about it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, my life is chaotic. Now it's turned around. Now I live a good life. I don't do this stuff no more. I'm in movies, going into movies, TV shows, all this later.
Wait, so how many bodies you got?
I got 2.
Oh, 2?
Yes. Well, jail.
Okay.
Yeah.
That both happened
Yes.
while you were in there?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes. Well, one was an accident.
He doesn't do that type of stuff no more. Now he's in movies. No, you're not. You're in TV shows. No, you're not. I really am. Go check out The Undesirables with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I'm pretty sure it's out already. And guess what? Your boy Bill Staxx is in the fucking movie. I'm filming a series right now. Filming starts again July 7th. Be on the lookout for that. I'm in another movie. Yeah, I'll show you guys. Bam! Here's a little clip from the scene I was in. And it's a huge scene. Guess what? It's a speaking role. No bullshit here. Come with facts. So there's a lot of stuff I'm going to bring you guys. I got a clip of the next show that I'm going to be dropping. It's on members only right now. But let's take a look at the next show that's going to be coming up. This is a really good one. Check it out.
Not all right. She says, don't hurt anybody. I says, young lady, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm here for money. And then I'm going to bail out of this plane.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the month, June 23rd, when this all took place. On this particular day, we were on the last leg of the trip, and we were going to stay the night in Tulsa.
So it's now or never. Now or never. And I actually was thinking to myself, dude, you got to pump up your nuts, get this done. Otherwise, it's over. So I leaned over and asked the one of the passengers there. I says, where's the men's room? And he told me it's in the back on the right-hand side.
And one of our passengers got up, went into the back lavatory. We were towards the end of the flight. We were about ready to descend into Tulsa.
I said, okay. I reached down, grabbed my attaché case. This thing's got about, it must have weighed about 15 or 20 pounds. It was heavy. That gun and that clip with all those 45 caliber bullets and everything. So I grabbed that and I go to the men's room. I open the door, close the door, and lay my attaché case on the counter. I pull out my gloves and I pulled out the wig, put on the wig, took the gun and took the gun in my hand and pulled the chamber back until it clicked. This was a very cautious operation. I had to pull this thing back and make sure it didn't slip, because if it slipped and a cartridge went into that chamber and fired, it would be over, because we're at probably 15,000 feet at the time, and it would have blew a hole in the plane. So I got that thing to click. Then I opened up the door and closed the door, and I was in the back of the plane there.
Put on a man's wig, dark glasses that you couldn't see his eyes, surgical gloves, and he came out with a machine gun.
I was crouched down and I was going like this, trying to get the attention of the stewardess, any stewardess.
And he stood at the back of the at the back of the plane. Now, I was at the beginning of coach, and I'm serving sandwiches. I've run out, and I'm starting to come back when my flying partner, Jane, was in the galley, which is at the back.
Okay? Nobody sees me. None of the passengers see me. None of the stewardesses in the aisle see me. Until about 3 minutes, then the stewardess sees me. She comes back and she said, don't hurt anybody.
He had said to her, Miss, take this note to the cockpit. So
stay tuned for that. Join the members and you can see the whole thing. So I got 2 separate interviews. One's with the stewardess and one's with the guy who hijacked the plane. I got separate interviews and then I mixed them in on another one where they're both together telling the story. So it's a lot of great things. Are you giving some jewels away, Pink Panther? Oh, don't worry. The jewels are coming. Lots of great stuff on the way. LB Green, how are you? Thanks for joining me this morning or this afternoon. I got a lot of great subscribers. You guys are all great. I appreciate all you guys. Raekwon, what's good? Free Ruffin. Roscoe, Kev. I appreciate all you guys. If you guys don't know, I got a new merch store. It's up and running. Here, I'll drop a link. You guys can check it out. Got a lot of cool designs and things, so make sure you check it out. I'll put a link in the description too. A lot of new designs on the way. That link should work. Make sure you check out the merch. I told you guys I got some new 1% biker content on the way. Someone who's never been interviewed, and it's a really great interview. You guys are going to be shocked when you see it. When you hear his story, pretty wild. Shout out to everybody out there. I appreciate all of you. Make sure you go check out Sonny's Patreon. Go subscribe to Sonny's Patreon. I'll drop a link for that. It's called The Song Father. Cool. The link works. Awesome. I appreciate everyone that watches this show, takes the time. I got a lot of great content on the way. And part 4 of the correction officer at High Desert is going to be dropping again. So that there's all the way to part 8. Hey, Pedge Tattoos, how are you? Shout out to you, man. That one goes all the way up to part 8. So a lot of people, I've been getting a lot of great feedback about that one. So I'm going to be having a live with him. Matter of fact, I almost forgot. I might be doing a live tonight with a special guest. So you don't want to miss that. I'm going to start going live some more times, like more often. Instead of just playing pre-recorded videos, I'm going to go live more. So if you guys want to see these interviews, just join the membership and you can see them first. If you want to see the whole interviews, like without them being cut up. But I think I make them long enough so you get your fill and then you just wait for the next one. You ride a Harley too? Yeah, it's great. Hopefully I could drop one maybe tomorrow. I'm working on it now, so hopefully I'll get it done. I've been really putting a lot of things together, so I hope you guys like all this stuff that I'm doing. And I'm just getting started. There's a lot of great things in the works. I got the show that I'm filming right now, and filming starts again on the 7th. Very excited for that. And everyone involved, thank you. I'm trying to put the link. Go check out the Patreon. Check out the new store. Check out all that stuff. We got a lot of great things on the way. So I appreciate all you guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. I'm going to start dropping content on the member side and on Patreon, so go check it out. Make sure you do. If you guys like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this content, too bad. Start your own podcast. And remember, don't be a Eugene.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged, and investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.